Welcome to Chain Reaction by Capital Copilot, your daily dose of the latest in cryptocurrency news, market insights, and blockchain trends. Let's get started. Bitcoin faces mounting pressure as institutional demand craters and a massive dark pool trade sends shockwaves through markets. The United Kingdom dropped the hammer on crypto exchanges tied to Russia, while Ripple quietly expands into institutional finance territory. Bitcoin is clinging to $75,798 after a brutal 2 weeks that saw spot ETFs hemorrhage over $2 billion. Someone dumped $1.29 billion of BlackRock's IBIT through a dark pool trade on Nasdaq, moving roughly 29 million shares. That's the largest block trade analysts have ever tracked for a Bitcoin ETF. The transaction went down around 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and while Bitcoin held above $75,000, the signal is clear. A major player is scaling back exposure. The liquidation setup is getting dangerous. $14.3 billion in leveraged positions sit concentrated around current levels, with $7.14 billion clustered at $72,000. A 6 to 7% drop could trigger a cascade that pushes Bitcoin towards $60,000. Short-term holders are already underwater, and the 30-day apparent demand gauge just hit its weakest level since December. Meanwhile, the UK government sanctioned HTX and multiple crypto exchanges for allegedly supporting Russia's sanctions evasion networks. This marks the first time Britain applied banking-style sanctions to crypto platforms. HTX, owned by Justin's son, is accused of providing services to A7, a Russian exchange using a ruble-pegged stablecoin to circumvent restrictions. UK financial firms are now prohibited from establishing relationships with HTX. Ripple is making moves beyond cross-border payments. The company filed US trademark applications covering prime brokerage, securities lending, hedge fund management, and financial clearinghouse services. This signals a push into institutional infrastructure traditionally dominated by banks. Ripple now operates with Ripple Prime for institutional trading, Ripple Custody for asset security, and Ripple Payments for settlement. XRP and the RLUSD stablecoin serve as connective tissue across divisions. But XRP traders are losing confidence. The token is stuck near $1.33 with 30-day holders facing 47% unrealized losses. In other news, someone permanently destroyed $8.3 million in Bitcoin by sending 107 coins to a burn address. 5 dormant wallets that had been inactive for over 11 years suddenly activated and torched the funds. Ethereum treasury firm Bitmain scooped up 111,942 ETH last week for $238 million, bringing total holdings to 5.39 million tokens. That's 4.47% of Ethereum's supply. Ethereum is trading at $2,077, still down 58% from its all-time high. That's a wrap for today's edition of Chain Reaction by Capital Copilot. We hope you're feeling more informed and ready to navigate the cryptoverse. Until next time, keep your digital wallets ready.